Hello YouTube and welcome to another installment of the top 10 most expensive / valuable games to sell on Amazon and eBay for the Super Nintendo this time around. So let's get started. So the first game we have here is Donkey Kong Country Competition Edition. So this is a game that odds are you'll never find in the wild. I included it. There were a bunch of games like this, these competition editions that go for multi-thousands of dollars that I didn't include in this video. So technically there's even more rare, more expensive video games than this one. But the odds of finding one of those in the wild are near impossible. They were made in super small quantities just for competitions of video games. But if you see games, you know, Donkey Kong Country Competition Edition, for example, and I don't know where you would find this, but if you find it, you know you're looking at about $2,000. It sells once per month loose, 2,800 complete. So I guess it did come with a whole package and everything, which is kind of interesting. I did not know that. I actually don't know a few of these games in this top 10, so I did a little bit of research on them, so I'll be able to talk about them as we go on. So next, we have this Excertainment Mountain Bike Rally Speed Racer. This game's going for almost $1,000 for the cartridge only. It sells 3 times a year. New goes for $3,700. But the thing about this game is this was a combo pack that Nintendo did. They had an exercise bike, and you would put this game into the exercise bike, and while you rode the bike, you would either race mountain bikes or race the Speed Racer car around, which is really cool. Not very many of these. I did check eBay, and 2 have sold within however long eBay lets you check. One for about $1,400 and one for $1,500, and there's one up right now for $2,300. So who knows if it'll actually go for that. This $935 is actually a pretty low price compared to what I actually saw sell. So this game is worth a good chunk of change if you find it. Next we have Star Fox Super Weekend Competition. So this is another competition style of video game, and these competition games, like I was just saying, sell for insane amounts of money. You're looking at $931 loose, and it still sells once a month, which is ridiculous that there's that many people actually looking for this and willing to spend that much money. The price, you can tell, has really jumped. That could be because of 1 or 2 sales, but it looks like it mostly goes for around $600, but this is still pretty crazy. Next we have Aero Fighters, and this is one of the, now we're getting into basic video games that's definitely possible to find out in the wild. This one is going for $541, which is nuts. It sells once per week, which is even better than the one before, and it sells 6 times per year complete. So people are finding this game, people are selling this game. Definitely keep an eye out. You could tell by looking at the price charting right here that the price has gone way up. I mean, back in 2010 it was under $100, and now it's up to over $500, and this has a steady incline, so it looks like it's just one of those really rare games that will continue to increase in price. Aero Fighters. Next we have Hagani. I really don't know how to pronounce this. Hagani. The Final Conflict. This one's going for about $500 as well. You could see it stayed pretty steady in the 20s and teens range up until 2011, where it jumped up to 50. 2012 it jumped up to 200. 2013 it jumped up to 300. 2014 jumped up to 400. So every year it looks like it's going up another $100. It's kind of on a steady incline. There was one big dip in there, but looks like it's on a pretty steady incline. Now it's at $488. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce this, but this is definitely a game you want to look out for. There is the cover art, Hagane. Next, we have Final Fight Guy. Now, this is something I've never heard of before. I've heard of Final Fight. Right here on the box it says Blockbuster exclusive. So Blockbuster did have a few exclusives. Another one for the Nintendo 64 was the one that I talked about in my last video, which you could see linked up on the screen somewhere. That was actually the first video of the installment. I talked about Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cup, which was Blockbuster exclusive, I believe. And that game, which I used to rent all the time from Blockbuster, or maybe I just rented 63 1/3. That was years ago. But that game is worth a lot because Blockbuster exclusives are rare, as well as this guy right here. It seems about $300 loose. And this has actually really spiked in the past year in price. So who knows if it's a fluke, it might be coming right back down. But for now, you're looking at about $300. Next, we have Poki and Rocky 2, which I've heard of the Poki and Rocky series. Almost all of these games I've never played. Of course, I've played Star Fox, but not the tournament edition. And I've played 2 games that you'll see at the end of this video. But Poki and Rocky 2, just a basic game. I think it's a platformer. I'm not 100% sure. But it's going for $272. And you can tell that the price has been going up pretty steadily. So this game is going to continue to rise. It looks like it's made by Natsumi, which is or published by them. I think maybe it's made by Ocean. I'm not 100% sure there either. But definitely look out for this game. Poki and Rocky 2 has a little ninja on it riding a dragon, which is a pretty cool cover. But yeah, going for over almost $300, and it looks like it's going to continue to rise. Next, we have Metal Warriors by Konami. And guys, Konami makes some amazing games. Konami makes some valuable games. So definitely keep an eye out for when you see the brand Konami. They make a lot of what it looks like here, Metal Warrior. They make a lot of big mech games and robot games and things like that. So these tend to be worth some money. This one's going for over $200, and it's on a pretty steady incline, which does not look like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Next, we have Mega Man X. And now, guys, if I'm to give you a good tip, a good bolo, be on the lookout for, is going to be the Mega Man series. Anything Mega Man is worth more than Mario or Pokemon or anything like, not anything, but a good chunk of it is worth more than, you know, your Super Smash Bros, your Mario Kart, your Pokemon Blue, which are things that everybody knows about, but not that many people, not that many resellers, or not that many people I talk to really know that Mega Man is worth so much. Of course, hardcore game collectors would know this, but this video isn't directed to the hardcore game collector. This is to somebody who, you know, wants to learn more as well as I do. I want to learn more about these games, why they're going for so much, and if they are going to continue to rise. And this one definitely looks like it is. It has never gotten below $40 used since 2007. I mean, it's been in the 60s. So this game has always been valuable for the past almost 10 years now. It's going for over $200 right now. And last, we have International Superstar Soccer by Konami again. Here's a recurring theme. And this I talked about in the Nintendo 64 video as well. International Superstar Soccer. We got to have one sports title on here. There are expensive sports titles on certain systems, so definitely don't just pass it up because it's sports. But 99% of the time, it is not going to be worth it when it comes to sports games. So I would not recommend looking up every single sports game in a box. Know the top 2, know the top 3 most valuable games, because you're going to be sitting there wasting a lot of time looking up every single Madden 96, Madden 98, Madden 64 for the Nintendo. But this game right here, going for about $200 loose. It shows 178 complete, so it could be all over the place. It does look like it hasn't really been worth a lot, and it's just kind of jumped. So who knows if this is a fluke or not, but this game can still bring you some money because it does look like it has been going in the 60-30 range. There's an 80, so it's definitely been going for a decent amount of money. Maybe not 200, but it's still possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions. I will try to answer them. And subscribe if you haven't already. Alright guys, this is Thrift School signing out. See ya.